Welcome back to the Holistic Ritual. I am your host, Kamela Celeste, and I am so happy to have you here if this is your first episode ever. And if you are returning, I know it's been quite some time. Welcome back. So much has happened since I last left you 7 months ago.
You're listening to The Holistic Ritual, a podcast for holistic health-minded humans seeking mind, body, spirit well-being. Hosted by Kamela Celeste, IIN holistic health coach, former personal trainer, and meditation guide. With over a decade of experience guiding transformation and whole person healing, you're invited into the practice of guided meditations, affirmation readings, and spiritual insights through a holistic wellness lens. Blending ancient wisdom with modern science, this space supports you in releasing, renewing, and reconnecting with your inner wisdom. Cultivating a sanctuary you can return to each week as your own holistic ritual. Without further ado, let's get into the episode.
A little life update before we get into everything. Over the last 7 months, I have gone through so much transition. I've went through a breakup. I've had health struggles, ups and downs, and thankfully we are on the up right now with that. I've had to move, and my cats got diagnosed with anxiety. So many different things. I've made lots of new friends in my new neighborhood and just have been exploring for the last few months that I've lived here. And so just kind of wrapping up this season of transition. But I am doing extremely well, all things considered. I feel like I am finally coming into a season of stability for myself, and that is something that I haven't had really since moving here to Denver almost 5 years ago now, actually. It'll be 5 years, going on my 5th year at the end of September, so totally wild. I don't know where the time goes. Moving forward, I wanted to let you know that we are going to shift away from the seasonal structure of this show, just so that everything kind of flows better and into something that's a little bit more intentional. You'll still hear me talk about and discuss mindfulness, holistic wellness, and different rituals, but the heart of this space, this show now, will be guided meditations and spiritual guidance through a holistic wellness lens. And I am so excited to primarily house all of the guided meditations here. It's something that I've been doing over on my Substack, and I feel like this is the place to bring it, especially it being an audio format. My hope for going forward with this new structure for the space is to create a sanctuary that you can return to each week, and really just your own space that feels like a holistic ritual. Before we jump into our opening guidance, where I'm going to be reading some affirmations for you, I wanted to share just a little story time from this week as I have been exploring my neighborhood every single week since I've been here over the past few months. It is so walkable, and I am obsessed with being able to walk everywhere, and really just for getting in my steps, but also just to get my body moving and to reconnect with the energy and the people and the neighborhood and community around me has been wonderful, and also to get some sun too. But almost every day this week, I have been caught in the rain, walking around the neighborhood, doing different things. But it's kind of what inspired the meditation for today. Sunday, I was walking to the park. I just wanted to spend some time there, laid out a blanket, took a couple of the books that I'm reading, one for book club, one just because. And I also took my journal, so just found a nice open spot, laid down my blanket, journaled for a little bit, and then started to read one of my books. And then very quickly, I noticed that it was getting darker and darker. And so I was like, I cannot get rained on. I didn't want my journal to get wet. I didn't want my books to get wet. And so I thankfully took a zippered tote that was kind of like waterproof. And so as the thunderstorm kind of started rolling in very slowly, it was a very slow trickle. I had already packed up my things and I was walking back to my apartment. And between the park and getting home, I started getting poured on. Like literally nothing was dry whenever I got home. My hair was soaked, my bag was soaked. Thankfully, everything survived. Nothing perished with the being caught in the thunderstorm. But on the way home, instead of rushing and trying to avoid, I guess, getting completely wet, I just found myself just laughing. I just started giggling. And it just felt like, I don't know, main character energy, scene from a movie kind of thing. And yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. And there was plenty of other people outside too, walking around in the rain. So it's not like I was the only one. And I don't know, it just felt like a movie moment. And it was kind of like a very much being present, enjoying the here and now, no matter what the weather kind of brings. And I do love that here in Denver, the weather is mostly sunny pretty much almost every day. So when we do get a little rain or a little thunderstorm every now and then, it kind of is refreshing. So that happened on Sunday, and then the rest of the week, I just kept getting rained on as I walked to different things. I had to go into the office this week for my regular 9 to 5 job, and coming back from that, I got rained on, walking to the parking garage, walking back from yoga the other day, I started getting rained on, and then walking back from the gym, I started getting rained on. So I kind of just like, what is the universe trying to tell me here? I keep getting caught in the rain. It's unexpected because every single time I would check the radar and it would say no rain or no rain for like a few hours. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna walk. Anytime I can walk, I will walk, basically. Spiritually, water, rainstorms represent clearing, prosperity, abundance coming in. And I guess it was the universe's way of just reminding me to slow down, savor the moment, and to make space, to cleanse yourself, to cleanse your energy, to make room for the massive amounts of abundance and blessings that are going to flow into my life over the next few months. Just being very open to this renewing type of energy. I feel like it's very much what I needed to kind of just like jolt me into, okay, this is me being present and in the moment. So, as the rain is a reoccurring theme this week, that is the energy we will be taking into the meditation shortly after we get into our guidance for today. So, let's tap into some collective guidance. I have 2 different affirmation decks, so I'm going to do 2 separate readings. So whichever affirmation deck is speaking to you, that will be your reading. So you can either pick deck 1 or deck 2. Deck 1, I have magical messages from the universe. And deck 2 is my absolute favorite. If you are watching this, you can probably tell it has gone through hell and back. I've used it so much. The box is coming apart. But deck 2 is I Am Everything deck. All right. Deck number 1. I found this deck in Breckenridge when I went for a quick little day trip the other day. Let me just ask our spirit guides, the universe, what do we need to hear today? What does my deck 1 beautiful humans need to hear today? This won't go in there. These also have beautiful, cool artwork on the back. But here is your deck 1. Look how cool that artwork is. If you're just listening, I'm so sorry you can't see it, but it is gorgeous. It's like a black hole with little stars, sparkles all around, a white-haired goddess, basically. All right, for anyone who chose deck number 1, your affirmation is: it might be time to mess around in the portal of transformation and see what's unveiled. This is I'm just kind of getting the message of you have been contemplating a change of some sort and wanting to transform, whether that is externally or internally. And this is your sign. This is your yes, it is time to do this. It is time to see what is going to be unveiled. And also, if you chose affirmation deck 1, but you resonate with affirmation deck 2, take whatever resonates with you and leave whatever doesn't. This really is just a fun, grounding experience before we jump into our meditation. And I also have some incense going in the back just for you before we get into our meditation. It is a root chakra incense. All right, deck 2, I Am Everything card deck. I don't think I have all of them in here because I pull like probably 2 or 3 during the week, and I forget to put them back at least 3 times, 2 to 3 times. All right, let's see. What do we need to hear today, universe? What needs to come forward? What wisdom needs to be said? Oh, bunch just fell out. Your affirmation is: I am discerning. I love myself enough to say no to people and situations that don't serve my highest good. I am discerning. Maybe you have overextended yourself lately. You've said yes to so many different things that you maybe didn't necessarily want to say yes to. And sometimes maybe those situations put you in a position to where they weren't the best use of your time. They weren't the most aligned with the season that you are in right now. So the wisdom for you is to be discerning. You don't have to always say yes. Utilize your boundaries. Utilize no as a complete sentence. And yeah, don't give in when you don't want to give in. You know your energy. You know what you have the capacity for and what you don't. And whatever that is, honor that because it's okay. I hope you enjoyed and those affirmations resonated with you. I think next time I will tap into my oracle deck and we'll maybe do a little oracle reading. Those are always fun. And now for the meditation. Before we dive into that, I would like to do a clearing for you with some tuning forks. Or a tuning fork. So I will ring the tuning fork now to seal in whatever guidance resonated with you most. And maybe they both resonated with you, or maybe none resonated with you, or only parts of it. But just so we open up the space to settling into our bodies, to really taking these next few moments for ourselves to tune everything else out. And as the chime fades, just allow yourself to soften. This meditation can be done sitting down, lying down, or even in the shower, as it is a water ritual for release. And if you are able to turn down the lights a little bit, to maybe turn off a few lights, maybe even light a candle or light some incense. Wherever you are, just let yourself settle in as we begin. Begin by closing your eyes, taking a slow breath in through your nose, and exhale gently through your mouth. Nice and easy. And again, taking a deep inhale. And then fully releasing all of the air. And you can do that one more time if you like. And as we have begun this meditation, it actually has started raining outside. Let your breath settle into its natural rhythm. Just breathe. And I want you to imagine the gentle fall of water over you. The cool droplets landing softly on your skin. The sound of water surrounding you. Steady, soothing, unhurried. Each drop of water carries renewal. Each drop washes away the heaviness that you no longer need to carry. And imagine the water hitting your forehead, running down your face, across your shoulders, feel it cleansing your chest, your heart, your core. Bring your awareness back to your breath now. Every inhale you take draws in renewal, and every exhale lets go what is old, what is tired, what is heavy. Allow the water to become a veil of protection surrounding you. And nothing that isn't meant for you is able to cling on to you here. And let the water carry away any fear, doubt, tension. And let it make the space for you, for abundance, blessings, and new beginnings. You are protected. You are safe. And you are renewed. As the rain continues to fall, notice how soft you begin to feel. Notice the stillness it creates within you, that comfort in your own body. And just like the earth after a storm, the soil is fertile. It's ready for new life to grow. And now so are you. Take these final moments to simply be under the rain. And let yourself surrender to its rhythm. Trust that as the seasons shift, your blessings will arrive. Just as the rain always returns to nourish the earth. And when you're ready to close, take one last deep breath in. Hold the inhale as you do. Thank yourself for making time for this cleansing. And let your breath go. Exhale. And you can gently start blinking your eyes open, inviting little movements back to the body, to the fingers, to the toes. May you carry this rebirth by water with you into your next chapter ahead. And if you need a few extra moments of silence, you can pause the audio here. Some closing reflection as you get reintegrated into the room with me. Just notice how your body feels. What feels lighter, softer, or more open within you right now. And as you move back into your day, I invite you to think about these questions. What feels lighter within me now after this practice? What am I ready to release as I step into this new season. And if you're like, I'm not in a new season, I don't have anything, we literally are going into a new season of fall very soon. And with that, our bodies need different things, different nourishment, different rituals, different practices to support us as the season and the weather changes outside. And the last question, what blessings might be waiting to flow in now that I have made the space energetically, spiritually, mentally, physically? And if you need to do a little bit of stretching after this, maybe some tension in certain areas came up, definitely spend some time tending to those areas so you can make space physically in your body. And I hope that spiritually you carry the lessons of the rain and from this meditation with you. Thank you for joining me today to do this practice for yourself. Until the next one, take care.